Hello and welcome back to the Future Edit. I'm your host Kelly Eckhart. Welcome to season 3. I'm so excited about this season because this season I'm really focusing on women and their stories. We learned so much from other women, just talking about their journey to where they are now. So this week I have Ut. Now, she has done many things in her life, but at the moment she is illustrating these beautiful fashion illustrations called Fine Good Art. So she'll tell you a little bit about that, but first we're gonna say hi to Ut. Hello.
Hello, Kelly.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, I'm very honored and I'm very happy to be here with you.
Thank you so much. So, Ut, tell me about yourself, who you are and your background, and then we'll start talking about your journey.
Okay, I'm Özz. I am originally from Turkey. My parents come in the latest 60s to Germany, and I have a sister, and I am a single mom with a teenager daughter.
Nice.
And I'm 49 years old. Yeah, and I started my journey with Instagram.
Yep, like most of us do.
Yeah, Instagram is our therapy platform.
Yeah.
I call it so for myself. I say, okay, Instagram was my therapy platform.
Nice.
First of all, for trial and educate myself and I first of all, it was a hobby. Mm-hmm. I started Instagram as a hobby.
Okay.
And to show the people and other women, hey, you have not to be profession to start something what you want to do and love to do. And it is okay to be on a journey to find yourself and love yourself. Mm-hmm. It is okay. It is okay to be a woman with who was broken, who was down, who has depressions or something like this. And it is okay to talk about these topics. And and so I started.
So then explain your journey. So from what I know, you were working in IT at a bank.
Yes.
And how did you go from that to now exploring and doing illustrations?
Yeah, this is a good question because drawing was a passion in my childhood. I love it. It was a therapy for me. I was very good in it.
Yeah.
And during the whole school time, I had the best notes, the best grades for it. And my teachers always talked to me, Özz, you have to do something with languages or drawings or creativity. You are a creative person. You have to do something with this. Nice. But there wasn't someone who told me this. Who told me this. My parents thought, oh, she is so boring. She's always drawing. What has happened with the child? She is not a normal child. Yeah, they thought I'm not normal.
Yeah.
And when I came with my ideas, I want to make design or fashion or interior design, or I want to draw, I want to talk. I have to find something in this as profession. And my father, for him, it was not a profession.
Okay.
He always says, but they study informatics. They study law. They study medicine. You cannot do drawing. This was not.
Yeah, this was his thoughts.
Yeah. Creativity was a hobby, but not a profession for them.
Okay.
And therefore I had depression in my teenager times, but I don't know that I have had depression.
Yeah.
That it was a depression. I know it later in my therapies after my birth, and in my marriage I was very unhappy with my partner because he was not the right partner for me. Mm-hmm. But I don't know it that he was not my right partner, and I don't know who I am. I don't know who is my inner child. I don't know nothing about spirituality. Mm-hmm. I was so material and creative.
Okay.
But when I was creative, everybody is nobody say, "Oh, you're creative." Nobody.
Yeah, you didn't have that support. Did
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Till one colleague in the bank, and she said, "Oh, you are making art?" I said, "Yeah, I make collages." I started with collages,
Nice.
and then I make some collages for her and for her flat.
Yeah.
And she was very happy about it. Then I heard that my bank, ex-bank, was organizing art for the people who works in the bank and who want to show their art. And then I had my first art exhibition.
Nice.
And I make abstract, acrylic, and collage.
Cool.
And in this time I was pregnant.
Okay.
And I started with this, and then I went to the maternity time, and and in this time I lost myself again. I don't draw anything, and but after the birth of my daughter, I started again to draw, especially with her when she was small, and I was very creative with her. But I had postnatal depressions, and I had a very tough time, and I was so broken because it comes all up.
Yeah.
The childhood, the inner child. I'm a mother. Oh, I had worked in a bank, IT. This was not my passion.
Yeah.
What's happening with me? Why I am so like I am? And my ex, husband don't understand anything of these topics and what's happening with her. She has to be function.
Yeah.
Why she has problems. Oh, problems. I don't like problems.
Okay.
I have no problems. She has the problems. She has to go to the therapy because I'm normal. It's all okay. Mostly men are thinking like this.
Yeah.
Problems? We never have problems. This is a woman problem.
Yeah.
This is a woman topic.
Yeah.
You have to heal yourself and make, but don't come to me with your problems, please. And I feel very lost in this time. And I started with therapies, and I was so boring of all that I thought I have to go back to the bank after 2 years maternity time.
Yeah.
And I went back, and then they sold us to a very big American IT company.
Okay.
And they say, okay, your department moved to this company, but you support us also.
Yeah.
And I change my department also. I went to the change management, release and change management for the IT.
Okay.
And then everything changed. It's in real time, you know.
Yeah.
I worked in a change management, and they want always request. What?
Yeah.
And then I think about my life and thought, change management. I have to change also my life. I changed everything.
Yeah.
And then I went to my doctor because I was always ill and I don't know why. And he says to me every time, you are in the false branch. This is not.
It's not you.
It's not you.
Yep.
You became ill, of course, for this. Yeah, but the money, and the status. This is very important, especially here in Frankfurt. And also for my father. Oh, you are in a bank. Okay.
Yeah,
Till
you got there.
You are safe.
Yeah.
I said, Baba,
Yeah.
I don't want to be safe in a job what I don't like.
Yeah.
And nobody support me. Nobody says, oh, this is a good choice. Leave the bank. Oh, come on, IT. It's not you. And of course, you earn such a lot of money.
Yeah.
You have a status.
Yeah.
You can reach everything when you want in this system and the hamster wheel. And I had a burnout, very crashed. It was too much for me, and I fell in such a huge
like a hole.
Like a hole.
Yeah.
And then I lost myself.
Yeah.
It was too much for myself, for my mind, and I can't enjoy the motherhood time, and I can't really enjoy that I have a child, that I am worse. And then I started with the therapy, ambulant, not in a stage, not in an ambulant. I went to therapy, and then I picked up my daughter from the kindergarten, and it was my day.
Nice.
And in this time we had art therapy.
Oh, cool.
And the art therapist asked always, what did you like to do in your childhood? What was your passion? What was it? What gives you this energy? It was drawing.
Nice.
And then I started, but I had so much energy in myself to use it in a not good way in my whole life, and then I use it for art, and I make big size art.
Wow.
And acrylic, I use lentils, I use food, I use amaranth pops for my, and I draw a lot of pictures. And then a friend of mine asked me if you are interested in a vernissage or something like this. And I'm afraid about it because I was not self-confident.
Yeah.
Every people who saw me outside, I was very confident. I can talk. I'm very tough. I'm cool. I have no anxiety about talking.
Yeah.
But inside, I was so lost. I was so small. The small earths, and I feel ashamed, of course, because these topics are not topics where you can talk about it in the society.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's much better, and I'm so happy that the younger girls are talking about these topics, and they are defending their rights and feelings, and they find their selves before they started their journeys.
Yeah.
It was very great that they do this.
Yeah.
And and then I had vernissage in a hairdresser, a big hairdresser, like a loft, and then I sold pictures.
Nice.
And my first picture was a moon. It was not a moon, but I used structures and amaranth, and it looks, after it was finished, it looks like a moon.
Cool.
It was so cool.
Interesting.
And this is so interesting when you make something, and especially for me, I have an idea in my mind. I started, and then I wait. I was not happy with it. I change it, and always it comes a feeling in myself. I had to change this picture, and I had to change, and after many changes, I get a solution. I was so surprised because it was something different, as I mentioned. Why? Because it's my subconscious, or my energy, what's inside, and it creates the pictures. And a good friend of mine, she buys also pictures, and I was very happy about it, and they support me. All my friends supports me. I had very good friends till now. They are so tough and very nice women, and nobody says to me, "Oh, you have no status," because when I lost my job or leave the bank, the IT, I want to create my own business, but I don't know where the journey goes. First of all, I had the idea to become a yoga instructor for children, because I like also to work with children, and creative something, and movements and art and everything. Jumped. And then I remember the time in hotel business. This was my first education, hotel business, because animation. And then I remember it's also cool to animate people. And I had always the good energy in myself to animate every people around me. I can good animate, but not for myself.
Okay. It's interesting, huh?
Yeah.
That a lot of times we're very good at encouraging people and getting people excited and promoting other people, but when it comes to ourselves,
Yeah.
it has to be that self-love first and that self-confidence for us to be able to do the same for ourselves. It's very interesting how some of us can do that, because I'm the same.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Why? And this was also a question of mine. Why I can support everyone around me or motivate them,
Yeah.
but not myself. And this is the self-confidence and the subconscious, what is programmed. And then I started with my personal skill journey and my spiritual journey.
Yeah.
And I'm a Muslim.
Yeah.
And I find myself when I was and I started the first time to pray and to read about my religion, but not from a man or something, like with my intelligence.
Yeah.
And I know it is a peace religion. I know it. It is good for the woman.
Yeah.
When you really understand the real religion of Islam, Islam means peace. And this was my and my first psychiatrist was a German Muslim.
Okay.
And his wife was American Muslim, and she was our marriage therapist.
Okay.
And she said to me, "You are not. This is not the right partner, and you are not good for yourself, for each other, and you have to start your own journey, and you have to be a leader for your daughter."
Yeah.
And
How wise is she that? Because a lot of times I found in other religions as well, you know, when you marry, it's for life. It doesn't matter what your problems are, that you work it out. And I love the fact that she said, you need to find your own journey. This is not right, and now it's time for you to be the leader of your life. How beautiful is that? That she gave you that push for you to find yourself.
Because when she don't do this at this time, I never do it, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. She was there for you at that moment.
Because it is also, it helped me that she was also a Muslim.
Yeah.
And say this.
Yeah.
And then she said, you have to be a leader for your daughter. An idol. Because later she marry maybe the fourth person, or she never find herself, she never love herself. And you have to be a leader to show your daughter, hey, you can change everything. You can lost money. You can lost status.
Yeah.
You can lost everything. But you never lost yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
You are your best friend till you become that.
Yeah.
And then I started in this art therapy. I started with illustrations.
Nice.
And it was very funny because my first illustrations, I went to an English course, Barrett's.
Yeah.
6 months, and to educate my English again, because in the commerce, in the bank, I don't need English from my department. Later in the IT for the US company, I need English. And in my childhood, I was very good in languages. I had Spanish, French, English, but I never use it, and I lost it.
Yeah.
And I miss it because I love languages.
Yeah.
And then when I started my English lesson course, he told us how you can educate yourself in English. Do something what you like in English. Your passion.
Yeah.
It was for me food, because I had so many intolerances, and also in my journey I learned a lot about food and brain and the gut.
Yeah.
Of course, for the migraine, allergies, and also for the brain, because the brain, the topic brain was for me so phenomenal, so magic journey, because it starts all in my heart and in my brain, and this together. And my brain is the best computer, and I worked in the computer branch. Not the computer, not Apple is the best. My brain, and I had to get my brain back, or educate also my brain. And then I found that creativity is such an impression for the brain, such a very magical tool. which comes, where so many people lost, because nobody writes with pen, or the mostly teenagers are only tapping and chatting and phones and computers. And then I said to myself, I need my hand.
Yeah.
I need my planner. I have to write it down. I have to feel it.
Yeah.
And then you have different experience. Yeah, and then I started, and when he said it to me, you have to start with something what you love. It was first of all, I started with my food blog on Instagram, healthy raw baklava, healthy raw sweets, and something like this, gluten-free, sugar-free, and something like this. And then I started with my illustrations, and then it was too much for me, because we are not multitasking. Women are, and nobody is multitasking, because the brain is not multitasking. The brain, one step after the second, not beside another project. You cannot, it's not good. Yeah. You have to concentrate yourself on one thing. And after I ate all the stuff what I prepared from my food blog or on Instagram, I saw that I became more kilos. And I was unhappy, and then I fell in depression, and then I started with my illustrations. Really, it was so. Wow. And then as I illustrate, and I have not the space to make big size art. Yeah. And then I thought talked to myself, how can I express myself when I can't? And I love to make big arts. Yeah. And then I make some caricatures, and a friend of mine said, oh, it's nice, it's good. Do you like this? I said, yeah, in my childhood I do it, but I was not so professional, okay? Yeah, but you have to start. Yeah. And then I start my journey on Instagram. Nice. Find Good Art was born. Yeah. And the inner child journey from Earth. Because you see, when you go back to my first pictures, you see it. You see that there is sometimes that a child might to paint it or draw it. My daughter says always, Mom, you can't post this. This is like if a child. I said, yeah, my child. Yeah. Little Utz has drawn it. And I want to show this. Yeah. And I want to do this in English, because it's, for me, no problem. When someone comes to me directly, and nobody do this, yeah, the people have not the courage to say, your English is not well, you are not good in profession. So when someone will do this, I'm happy for it. Yeah. I can answer him. I can say, oh, thank you that you see it like your way, but this is for me an art therapy platform. Yeah. Instagram helped me to grow. And nowadays, now I think I find myself more, and I like my illustrations, because everything is part of mine. Yeah. And I want to show people, you have not to wait till you are professional. Please don't wait till you have no educated in a special academy. Okay, you are not professional. You have not certificates, yeah, or grades from this and this school. It's not important. No. Yeah. It's important to do something with your heart, and then you will be good. Yeah. And it's in the eye of the believer, and it's in the eye of the person. Not everyone likes your art. Also, when you are a professional. Yeah. It can't be happen. And I'm now here.
And it's interesting too, because we do have this mentality, especially for women, that it's like this imposter syndrome, right? You have to be this, and you have to be this, and you can't do this. But most of the time we learn from people's experiences, from doing it, and then also watching someone else do it. So you can go back to university and get a degree. Sometimes you need that, but most of the time you learn as you're doing. Or, if I'm going to go and I'm going to sit with a group of women, there might be someone that has all the degrees, that she actually hasn't worked in the field. It's all theory based. I'm not going to learn much from you, because I want someone that's actually really out there doing it for themselves. And this is also really great for women, because it's pushing us women to get out there and say, here I am, I'm willing to learn, I'm good enough, I can do this. And we need to do more of this, because so many of us just sit there doubting, I'm not so sure. It's like you said, just start, right?
Of course.
It's the same with on anyone's journey. You might not know where you're going, but you first have to, you take that first step, and then you take the next step, and once you're doing that, it's like kids, they start to walk, they have no idea how they're going to do it, but they just do it. We have to remind ourselves of that, don't we? Of our journey is our journey. It will start to reveal itself to us once you start. So on your journey, what do you think there was like one thing that really resonated with you I know that you've had your therapy and you had your art therapy, but what other things did you find super helpful for you?
I had a small toolkit. I prepared for myself a small toolkit. It was a meditation.
Nice.
And to be good with myself.
Yeah.
Earlier in my younger days, I had also absolved a cosmetology education with certificate.
Nice.
And for myself, because I love it. I love to do something for myself. And I do everything for my health and for my skin myself, because it's too expensive for me to went to a cosmetic institute. And the most institutes are doing it with chemical products, and I don't like to use chemical products since I changed my journey for food and something like this. And I do it for myself. I make everything with nature and face massage, face yoga, and me time. And the first time when I divorced and my daughter was the first time at her father's house, it was awful. I went to the park, I saw people, families, and I cried. Always I cry. And then I went to a book shop here in Frankfurt, and I started to read a lot of books about self-education and about top manager who left their jobs and find their selves, and self-love, and spiritual journeys, journaling, what's good for me. And in my kit, this is like a virtual box. It's not a real box that I had a bag or something like this, but I use balls for myself, essential oils, it's good for the mood, and for aromatherapy is very good. And when you smell the organic senses from the nature, you feel relaxed, you feel pushed and full energy. And I had to use these kind of things for myself, because also for my health and for my mood. And then I started to read a lot about food for the mood and how women brains are different from man brains, and the gut-brain relation, and especially food for the mood and food for the brain, and how you can be active your brain more and more, and then also the energies and chakras. It's so important. I never know anything in the past about chakras, but I thought it was an Indian thing. But also in Islam, that we have chakras, and this is energy fields, and this is only the material body, but we have energy bodies inside, and metaphysics. It was for me a new dimension. There is a door what is open for me. And after I left gluten, I have to say it's important, gluten makes really a brain fog and depression and schizophrenia and everything, really. Because in my earlier times I eat so much sugar, I was sugar addicted, and gluten, and both together has also a very, very huge impact of your brain health, you feel sleepy, tired, you have not so a clear mind. And after I leave this stuff, I get more and more a clear mind, and I learn so much about myself. And I earlier I never confident with myself. When someone asked, you are cool, you are interested in such many things. And I thought, yes, but I'm like a scanner type. Yeah, I'm a scanner. I'm here interested in this stuff and this and this. It's not good. It's not worth to talk about. Yeah, it's okay. And everyone can do this. I never say, yes, this is me.
Yeah.
And I'm proud about myself, because nobody say it to me in my childhood.
Yeah.
My parents don't know, and in my marriage also. And I feel not worth to be like I am. But now I can say, yes, I am like I am.
Yeah.
And I don't like competitions, also of Instagram. I don't look. Yeah, they are very pretty women. They are very good illustrators, also especially Russian and there are so many illustrators, of course. But it's my journey.
Yeah.
And when there will be one person and he said, oh, this is a small business. She is a woman. She is in her journey. She has no job. And this is a dream of her. And she wants to be, make her own business. And I like her art. I buy it.
Yeah.
I help her. And this is my passion, and in my tool, this helps me educating myself, eating health food, making good things for myself. Walking is very good.
Yeah.
Meditate, or do nothing, only sit and do nothing. You know the sentence, the classical phrases. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Some teenagers do nothing, but when you do nothing and you think about nothing, then the ideas come. You have an explosion in your brain. You have ideas and so many visions in your mind. And I want to share it with the whole world, to say, hey, we are living in a vision board. But nobody says to us that this is a vision board.
Yeah.
And you can choose the good things from this vision board, quantum physics, materia, and cosmos. You can take the good ones from your vision board, but you can take also the good ones. But nobody told us that this world is a vision board, and you can take it for your own vision board.
Yeah.
Nobody told us how we can do it for ourselves. Where are the goals? What are our goals? Because everybody from outside comes to you and says, you have to do it like this. Oh, look, this is good.
Yeah.
This is a good vision board. I do this as goal. No, you have to find your own rules.
Yeah.
And this is belief. Belief is important.
Yeah.
You have to need something. If it's a God or a Lord or a spiritual, it's not important.
What you believe in.
What you believe in, but you have to believe.
Yeah.
Because you know, you have to know why you are here. This is a journey.
Yeah.
This is an exam.
Yeah.
And every day we get a new chance for our challenges. And I know in this world there are happening very bad things. We know it, we see it, but this is their exam, but the goal comes for them also.
Yeah.
They get also a good goal at the end. I believe in it, that there is a sun at the end and a good life for everyone. Who has here in this world not the good opportunities, or gets a very difficult life, or this is important.
Now, for women that are just starting their journey, or they're on their journey and they're feeling like they're in this hole, what advice do you have for them?
you need support. Ask for support.
Yeah.
Ask for help. It's important. Go out and ask. Ask your friend. Don't feel ashamed. This is important. Ask what you need in this time. Don't feel ashamed. Don't look after your status that you lost everything or not.
Yeah.
It's not the key. You can lost everything, but when you lost yourself, you are really lost.
Yeah.
And material or money is not.
That's not going to help you find.
No, you have to find yourself. And when you need help, you ask for help, and you don't need someone who says to you what are your goals, what are your dreams. Find it out, and when you are so lost, go out, ask for help. And the brain is such a huge organ.
Yeah.
We thought when this is our system, we know it. It could be bad, but we know it. The brain knows, and the brain says, "Oh no, the new steps. I'm afraid." But it could be a better choice.
Yeah.
Better ways or journeys. You can open such a nice door. You don't know it, and then you have this anxiety in yourself.
Yeah.
But it's not important to listen to this voices.
With voices in your head.
Yeah. And throw them away.
Yeah.
And go out and find yourself. Say, I have no money. I have not a good marriage. It's okay.
Yeah.
You can start from nothing. What are you lost? What are you losing? Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it's only 1 year to live in freedom, in peace of mind, it is worth.
Yeah.
When one day leave, it's important to leave and go your way. This is my advice. And to be authentic, it's important.
Yeah.
And respectful for yourself and for others. And also, I'm an emotional person. I think more with the heart.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, it's good. And listen to your heart.
Yeah.
Mostly the heart knows more, because when you are in your mother's
tummy. Yeah.
What is the first organ? The heart, not the brain.
Yeah.
Not the eyes. The heart is the first organ, and the heart knows more. And the heart has all feelings. And when I hear it and listen about the traumata, also from our parents, comes in our baby time in our heart, I was so shocked. I was, oh God, so traumatized from my parents also. I don't want them.
I don't need this either. Please.
And you have to accept it like you are. And it is hard to say I'm wanted, or I'm hurted, or I have problems.
Yeah.
It's not easy to say it, because we are such a society where everything might be perfect. Yeah, status, money, perfect, face, anti-aging, and you have to be this, and no, you have to be human.
And I think this is changing a bit. Well, it starts with women like you and me that are authentic. That important thing you said is allow yourself to be still and do nothing, because that's when you hear your intuition and your heart speak. Because we're trained to be busy all the time and multitask and constantly have to do this, have to do this, have to do this, where your brain, like you said, is so clouded, your ears are shut, and you can't hear anything, you can't hear yourself. So when you take that time to really be still and get to know yourself, then you find your true authenticity. And then you can go out into the world and say, hey, this is me. I don't have 1 million Instagram followers. I'm not a professional in this, but I am being my true self. I'm being honest with you. And this is what we need more of. Of women are beautiful no matter what size they are, no matter how much makeup you wear, how much, exactly what you're saying, status. We have to do away with this and become our true authentic selves. This is what, because I mean, we may live, maybe we have multiple lives, but right now you're in this one, so you got to make the best out of this one and become, the thing is I think I'm learning on my personal journey that our whole journey in life is to become our authentic self. This is our purpose, right? And if we're constantly living someone else's authentic self, then what's the point? And then, you know, so I'm quite excited, you know, I get frustrated on my journey as well of I'm not here and I'm not there. What do I do next? I'm so confused. But that's part of it. Feel all the feelings, go inward, be your authentic self, and then you'll live a life of being very true to you. And then other women, other people will see that, and that will also be an inspiration for them, right?
Yeah, of course.
It all starts with the inner journey, the inner self, which is the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, listening to your heart, figuring out what that is.
Yeah.
Which now people are really starting to focus on. But I think over the last few years, it's probably helped people really, they had to focus on themselves and go inward because we weren't able to reach out and be around each other. So a lot of people were forced to go inward, sit with themselves for a while, which is, like you said, is a very, can be quite uncomfortable. But once you start it, how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
To really start to love yourself, treat yourself with respect, those boundaries of here I am. And then once you're authentic self, you do start to find your tribe, your crew that will encourage you to be you, right?
Of course.
Which is really important. Now, because the podcast is called the Future Edit, and it's about doing the inner work now for a happier, healthier you, what would you like to see yourself doing in the future? If you had the dream, what's your big dream?
Yeah, I have a few dreams.
We talked about this at coffee the other day. We're like, I love this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the same way.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. First of all, because I had no support in my childhood and as a teenager, and I felt lost as a teenager. And one of my dreams is a book for teenagers.
Nice.
To create inner journey book, as my journey book, as something like this. What is with my illustrations, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
And this is a dream of mine, but I don't know how to start.
Okay.
I started, but I need more pressure to go
to take that big step.
Big step. Or it is a dream of mine that there is also a person who said, "Wow, cool idea. We can do it together." Maybe.
Nice.
I'm open for this.
If you're listening out there and you want to help us do this.
And the other vision, what I have is a place, not a virtual place, but a real place where you can make vision art and take out this creativity out of you, and not this classical academical art courses, but really the vision art for kids or children or teenagers or humans like us and adults, to make vision art without roots, to draw the journey, not only write your journey, to draw your journey.
Nice.
Or it could be a collage, it could be a mood board, it could be a vision board. This is also my dream.
Nice.
I want to, this is one of my dreams. And good organic perfume, because I never found one for myself, and I create one for myself with some essential oils, because I'm allergic. It's very nice to be, I love it to come in contact with essential oils and prepare my own. like in food, to create something.
Exactly.
I think I like to be create, and I like the process of creating.
Yeah.
And this is what I can give as an advice for other women, or to help other women to make this journey, or childs, especially children. And of course, they need psychological therapies. Of course, this is important, and they are such good therapists in this world, of course.
Yeah.
And it's important. But you need also people who do. It's like in the university. You can, your professor told you about money or business, but he has no business.
Yeah.
What
he's
brings
never experienced it himself. Yeah.
And, well, he's not the millionaire who has a business.
Yeah.
The mostly the best teacher are people who does work in this journey, or take this journey, live it, feel it.
Yeah.
They can tell you about their experiences. They can understand you. Yeah, this is important.
Yeah.
And there are a few other visions, but it's not clear in my mind. I think I'm now on my journey. I'm not reached my goals, of course.
Yeah.
And this is
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I always love talking to women about their future selves, what they see themselves doing, because when I ask this question, every single one knows exactly what they want. It's just about how you get there.
Yeah.
And it will unfold on your journey. You'll start to see, there's an opportunity here and here and here. So it's very beautiful. And for those of you that are listening and you do have any ideas or know people that you can refer oats to, please get in touch, because this is, for me, it's all about connecting women, and women can help women. I mean, men too, absolutely, don't ever want to exclude them, but my personal journey is helping women go inward and find themselves so it can be a stronger, beautiful collective together. So if you hear any of these guests and say, oh my God, yes, this resonates with me, please get in touch with them, because this is, the more that we can work together, the better the world is, really. So thank you, Oots, for being here today and sharing your wisdom. I really appreciate it.
For your time and for your support.
Absolutely.
And for your own experiences and journey. And
Thank you.